Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rush. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The Golden Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Missouri Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they strike first.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
White wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards.
Returner is tackled out at the 41, and your Missouri Tigers will take over.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He wants to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up. On second down, they'll take to the air. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Golden Eagles will send out the punt unit.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Past the 25. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
One thing this team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Booker. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to...
He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Golden Eagles will call on their punt team. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
White going to attack through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
The Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. At the 45 on its way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Floats it out in space. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And way in just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points to them. They're up by 7 over TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Golden Eagles will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Line getting set on second down. They'll go right back to the run. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. White wants to throw it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game. Gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Golden Eagles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll open this third quarter with a run. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much. At halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Missouri! And the route is on.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Rush. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the left side. Open space at the 25. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Off the play fake on first down. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in route. But you got to find something to have success.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Bringing it back, it's Rudolph. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Power football with the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Washington. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And down he goes back at the 3. After the big first down sack, it's second down.
42 Spider.
Gonna run it. It's Booker. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Caught over the middle. It's McGee. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10.
3 and 25.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Booker. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. White going to attack through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. And you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
Touchdown, Missouri! And the punishment has been extended.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Rush. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
This time it's complete. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They keep attacking through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. White wants to throw it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling. Everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with it.
Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Touchdown, Tiger! And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to move it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here.